and create a positive impact today and later. The haters, get your paper straight like that. And this is another R&R moment. Get you some rest and relaxation right here with a real nigga reaction. And without any further ado, we have a story here on Pee Wee Longway. Free Longway, man. Free Longway, nigga. So the story here about somebody proving a setup, but the story itself shows that that was a damn setup, how a nigga was caught with so much. You know, a nigga had to be talking and saying something when nigga get caught, but I got quarter ton, half a ton, some shit like that. Quarter ton, half ton, whole ton. Hey! Let's get to it though, man. Seti Nash with the story. I said it Nash. Oh shit.
Let's get into it. The government respectfully recommends that the court sentence Quincy Williams to 168 months imprisonment to be followed by 5 years of supervised release. One, the facts. Williams was an integral and longstanding member of the drug trafficking organization DTO led by Francisco Ivan Cortez Camargo, as he was responsible for distributing, I can't say this earlier in the freaking video, so pardon me, that F-ball and that METHOD, man. Now, his drug trafficking activities were serious and calculated. On April 15, 2024, Williams received at least 3.6 kilos of actual M-ball from Cortez, which he later distributed to unindicted co-conspirators. During this transaction, as he did in later transactions, Williams used his recording studio as a drug and gun stash house. Then, during the summer of 2024, Williams communicated and met with Cortez, other members of Cortez DTO, unindicted co-conspirators, and others about additional drug transactions, including one involving 20 keys of that M-ball. Williams knew where Cortez lived and conducted drug transactions at Cortez's house. And Williams coordinated with Cortez on the sale and further distribution of drugs. Williams' drug trafficking activities were extensive. After Cortez was arrested, agents discovered drug ledgers in Cortez's residence detailing the activities of the DTO. According to the ledgers, in the month of March 2024 alone, Williams, aka Longway, had transacted with Cortez to the tune of at least $67,000. Those drug transactions continued apace in subsequent months, totaling conservatively hundreds of thousands of dollars in drug money being exchanged between the two. A cooperating defendant, meaning a snitch, who also distributed drugs on behalf of the DTO, identified Williams as a large-scale drug trafficker with gang ties responsible in the Cortez DTO for distributing that C word. Once again, it's too early in the video, so we can't even say what it is. That M-ball and that F-ball. The defendant also proffered that Williams distributed at least 40 keys of that M-ball and hundreds of keys of that C word. When agents searched Williams' recording studio, drug and gun stash house, they found more drugs and many weapons, including 2,928 counterfeit oxys, them M30 pills. So he had fake ones on him, y'all. Come on now. Containing nearly 250 grams of that F-ball and other drugs, and an arsenal of ammunition and guns, many of which were loaded with rounds in the chamber. Or they had them goddamn extendos on him. They had a Ruger, they had a Diamondback Arms model DB-15, they had a Taurus model 605 and a 357 caliber revolver, a Glock model 19 9mm, Romar Cougar model Draco, HS Products Springfield Armory model XD 40 caliber pistol with a loaded mag and a bullet in the chamber. And then he goes on to say agents found 2 more guns in the recording studio, but those are not attributed to Williams. Then on the bottom where it says the footnote, it says although Williams was not charged nor convicted of possession with intent to distribute the C word, the government evidence shows that he communicated with Cortez and others about the sale and distribution of the C word. And we're going to stop right there. Y'all never caught him with nothing. Up until now, it may be something down the line, because when I read this to y'all, for me, I like to stop, give y'all insight, and then pop right back in. They're saying so far, we didn't even catch him with nothing. This was all alleged. So the guns and all that shit, all right, maybe he got 5, 6, 7 years for that. But so far, y'all didn't actually catch him with a thing. So really what's going on is they're saying, oh, it was in the house. And the ledgers say all this, but you never were in possession of any of this. So that's why he beat the life sentence. But come on, man. Roll it. Just damn, bro. Just damn. Williams' behavior after being arrested apparently did not change. Instead, according to at least 2 cooperating defendants, Williams continued his drug trafficking activities inside RADD, paying off guards to smuggling contraband, phones, marijuana, and tobacco. But where's proof? Okay. Anyways, PSR objections. Williams objects to the 2-level.
Cut it out, man. This is allegedly, man. They said the nigga was doing it even after he got booked. He was behind the walls. He said they trying to put a case on this man behind the walls, man.
Seeing his drug trafficking activities apparently did not change. Instead, this. So that's why he beat the life sentence. But come on, man. Roll it. Just damn, bro. Just damn. Williams' behavior after being arrested apparently did not change. Instead, according to at least 2 cooperating defendants, Williams continued his drug trafficking activities inside RADD, paying off guards to smuggle in contraband, phones, marijuana, and tobacco. But where's the proof? Okay. Anyways, PSR objections. Williams objects to the 2-level enhancement pursuant to 2D1.1B1 for possession of a dangerous weapon. His objection is without merit. First, he agreed to the enhancement in the plea agreement. Second, that enhancement applies if the weapons was present unless it is clearly improbable that the weapons was connected with the offense. Then it says Apple Note 11A USSG. Anyways, Williams' guns were in his recording studio, a location where he had conducted at least one previous drug transaction with Cortez, despite being a convicted felon unable to legally possess firearms. Williams did not hesitate to possess at least 6 guns when agents searched the studio. But y'all said he never had them on his person, pardon me. Many of those guns were loaded with rounds in the chamber or had an extended magazine. But let's go to the bottom of this right here, because this should be interesting, right? The PSR provides information on one cooperating defendant. A second cooperating defendant whose proffer was provided to the defendant also told the government that Williams was distributing marijuana inside RADD. He specifically described the marijuana as Williams personally branded marijuana, with some of which was found inside of Williams' residence at the time of his arrest. As noted in the PSR, if Williams persists in this objection, the court could remove his credit for acceptance of responsibility. However, the government understands from defense counsel that Williams will not maintain his objection at the sentencing hearing. So why bring it up? I guess whatever. Anyways, finally, the 11th Circuit has long held that this enhancement should apply and constructive possession of firearm exists when a defendant has control over the premises where the gun is found. So if it's your house, it's going to be yours automatically, which is pretty damn dumb because people can walk in there and set you up. But anyways, finding constructive possession when a fellow drug dealer attested to the presence of 2 semi-automatic firearms on a table in a marijuana stash house controlled by Villarreal. And it goes on to say, noting constructive possession suffices to support the enhancement and affirming the enhancement application when firearm was found in defendant's bedroom along with scales, a Ziploc bag containing the C-word residue and large, whatever the hell. Anyways, Williams also objects to the 2-level enhancement pursuant to 2K2.1B1A for the number of guns found in the studio. But again, his objection falls flat. The guns found by agents were in Williams' recording studio. Many of those guns were located right next to illegal controlled substances, including the F-ball. And Williams was convicted of possessing with intent to distribute those controlled substances. Thus, it is improbable that Williams was not aware of or involved in the placement of the firearm stored directly next to those controlled substances. If y'all wondering why the screen is doing like that, this is the easiest way for me to read. If you understood the setup, then you would know. Seti Nash does not own a goddamn computer. I do all this shit off my phone. So yeah, as a felon, he was not allowed to possess guns or ammunition, but possess both with impunity. And it says, we're just gonna skip down, sufficiently close proximity. Temporarily physical be relevant. His objection should be overruled. Williams further objects to the calculation of his criminal history score, PSR, at 76, 80, and 81. Again, his objection should be overruled. His 2006 conviction of possession of marijuana with intent to distribute was correctly attributed criminal history points. He was revoked for violating the conditions of his parole in 2011. The date of the revocation falls within the 15-year window prior to the earliest date Williams' relevant conduct. History points prior, he pled guilty to participating in drug trafficking conspiracy. Nobody gives a damn about that. Then they go on to say the factors and why the government recommends it and all this bullshit that really nobody really cares about. But Luis Miguel Montoya,
this woman in Kansas City searched her name and found $6.1 million in unclaimed money. Like, what?
had over 30,000 kilograms. Shit. Moreover, unlike most of the defendants involved in the Cortez DTO, Williams was responsible for a significant amount of fentanyl pills. Fentanyl is among the deadliest drugs on the planet, as even just one pill is enough to take life. The fact is exacerbated in situations like here, where fentanyl pills marked as M30 pills had the potential to be sold by other distributors. That's something they're not. Yeah, that's bad. Williams may not have been distributing the drugs on behalf of Cortez, but Cortez still supplied them with a tremendous amount of drugs over a long period of time. You know, it's crazy. They would got away with this shit if Cats wasn't snitching. They actually had it set up nicely. Given the amount of drugs he's responsible for, talking about Cortez, Williams' distribution is like that of his original co-defendants, Melvin Harrell, Richard Garrity, and Montoya Villagomez. But his conduct is aggravating in comparison to Garrity and Montoya, given his possession of numerous firearms as a convicted felon. So they basically talking about, bro, you screwed over because you had all them guns and you was a prior convict. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and scroll and see if we see anything that's worth noting and talk about his history and how they found 3,000 pills of counterfeit oxycodone, containing fentanyl. Same shit that they're saying basically again. And all this shit, all the guns he had, and then avoiding unwarranted sentencing disparities, even though custody guidelines range from 235 to 293 months. The government is only recommending that he be sentenced to 168 months imprisonment. Cortez is the leader of DTO, was sentenced to 188 months. And the original co-defendants, Montoya Villagomez and Harrell, were sentenced to 120 months. A sentence of 168 months is sufficient to hold Williams accountable for his actions and accounts for the seriousness of his conduct position in the DTO and aggravated factors other defendants did not have. Cortez had significant mitigating circumstances, including that he would be deported to Mexico following his sentence. Montoya Villagomez and Harrell also had mitigating circumstances and neither possessed the same aggravating factors as Williams. Meaning he had, goddamn, Pee Wee Longway had more charges than everybody else, so that's why they want to give him some more. So there's that. And then talking about his possible conduct at RADD, Williams needs a sentence significantly greater than that of Harrell and Montoya Villagomez. A sentence of 168 months is appropriate in comparison to Cortez as well. Importantly, the government has not received evidence, and this is important. This is one of the factors why we are here. Government ain't received a damn thing of evidence from personnel at RADD to confirm that the conduct occurred. And because of that, the government does not seek Leslie Williams credit for acceptance of responsibility. But it is significant as a factor, basically, that the two cooperated defendants had consistently shared with the government that Williams has been engaging in this activity while at RADD. But y'all didn't catch him with none of this shit. So that's the issue. They lied to y'all. Both of them did. So we're going to leave it right there. I think Pee Wee ultimately gets 11 years. And I believe he gets 11 years because of the snitches. The snitches story hasn't held up yet. They said Pee Wee Longway is smuggling in weed and all of this shit and everything. And the feds, like they do with their dirty playing selves, they added it in there, but with no goddamn proof. And that doesn't make sense. So you're telling me you're trying to seek this man to say more responsibility and all of this shit and trying to paint him as a bad man, but you haven't proven it. See, we are under the belief it's not what you know or anything like that. It's what you can actually prove. Feds, state, city, municipalities, counties, parishes. Shout out Louisiana.
But that boy ain't finna fight the other cases, the other charge. So they try to throw it in there, hoping the motherfuckers miss it. Like, hold on, they like, hold on, what the fuck is this? We ain't agree to this shit right here. What the fuck is this?
Louisiana. So in my mind, y'all playing dirty because the way that Pee Wee's attorneys worded it was everybody in the case either got a high amount as being the damn head honcho, and he only got a year more? And then the lower ones got 3 years, no, almost 5 years less. So you didn't catch the man with none of the shit that y'all say. Y'all only have conviction through the studio, which in my mind now, I'm thinking to myself, shit, if I ever went to some illegal shit, don't put my name on any damn thing. Because the only way that they were able to convict him is through a freaking ledger, which is insane to me. Bro, that shit to me is definitely goddamn dumb. It just is. If you have the ability to write this shit down, you have the ability to dispose of everything, because had all this shit magically caught on fire, they would have had no evidence on Pee Wee Longway. They would have just had a freaking recording studio with his name on.
Yeah, that shit would have magically disappeared, magically caught on fire. That nigga just used my shit. I don't know, man. That nigga might be some kin to me, man. That used to be my favorite shit to say in the studio. Like, how are you playing around with that money if you want to while I'm engineering the session? That bitch gonna magically disappear, nigga. That bitch gonna magically disappear. You fucking around with my money in the studio, nigga. What? Do a song with do a verse of anything that I don't approve of. Let me get behind this motherfucking computer. That bitch gonna magically disappear for real. You heard about the story with motherfucking Cameron deleted the Jay-Z verse? Hey. I don't think I ever had to do it though. No, I did. Matter of fact, I did. I remember clearing that nigga verse. But when I started doing video, I cleared the nigga video recently. Not too long ago. Oh yeah, I cleared a nigga video. Let a nigga say some hating shit. And then a nigga ain't pay me for the video. Oh, nigga, you hating, man? I did a video for you on the love and all type of shit. Oh, you on some hating shit? I just showed genuine love to you and you was hating on me the whole time? That bitch magically disappeared, nigga. Yeah, nigga, that shit magically disappeared. I dare you to try to straighten me about it. I dare you to say something about it. I dare you to see me and straighten me, and I dare you. I triple dare you, bitch. Fuck wrong with you? What?
Name on it that people had access to that had drugs and guns and all this shit. And there's that. It's the Young Thug defense.
I quadruple dare you, fuck nigga. Bitch.
Why he signed his plea deal. Oh man, the guns and the drugs inside the house and all this shit, but Young Thug conveniently leaves out. People confessed and copped to the guns any damn ways.
When people hear the words print on demand, they picture a graphic slapped onto a basic.
Any one of you niggas that feel any type of way, I quadruple dare you. Nigga. Shit, nigga, in a minute, YouTube trying to take a nigga whole page anyway. From the minute, everybody shit gonna magically disappear. What? The way YouTube been trying to throw strikes on me, I be winning. Some of them I be hitting, they be home runs. They be taking them back off. But recently, they trying to take a nigga page, nigga, fuck around. Everybody shit magically disappear, nigga. Not just mine. Yours too. Everybody shit. And I feel some type of way. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'm starting a new channel and I upload all them nigga shits again. Yeah, just have to find that bitch. Damn, dog.
And that's why he beat the life sentence. We're thinking to ourselves, it's the cop to the guns any damn ways. But anyways, so yeah, man, people long way got screwed. And that's why he beat the life sentence. We're thinking to ourselves, hey, bro, his lawyer fired his shit. When his lawyer just held back the fires, which is still a lot. Don't get me wrong. He didn't get bullied by the feds. He didn't let the feds press no bullshit on PB Longway. He didn't allow any of that. So we're going to give credit where credit is due. But understand this. There is no way in this world that PB Longway should even get 10 years, in my opinion. He should really get like 3 to 4 because it wasn't good detective work. Good detective work would have basically sat back and he got the box, he got the bag, he got the cash, pull his ass over. Now we got him with all that. So Pee Wee was far too intelligent to let any of that shit hit his hands. The weed in the goddamn federal jailhouse. Y'all didn't even catch him with shit. So y'all just did a whole bunch of lying in that shit. If I'm Pee Wee, always goddamn lawyers, I'm looking like, hey, judge, why is this in here? It's the same shit that happened with Boosie. Boosie has a stain on his name that he did not earn. And right now, I'm at odds with Boosie. I don't really like Boosie right now because a lot of the shit he's done is bullshit. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm still able to be fair, square, obvious, and honest. Boosie got a stain on his name that says he told on the damn, what's cuz name? On the security guard. But on the cameras in Georgia, the security guard is the one that's loading up the guns and putting the shit into the damn containers, taking them to California. Why is that important, Seti Nash? Because people then went out their own way to lie on Boosie and say, Boosie said the gun was his, meaning the security guards and all of this shit. Boosie never said that. You know why? There was no cameras on there. No camera work ever showed that. There's no audio. There's no anything. That was just some hearsay bullshit where the police say, oh, we heard him say that. Well, why isn't that on your goddamn body cam? Then your body cam inside of the jail cells and all that shit. And it's always recording in the jails. Y'all don't have any audio for that. And that's what this is looking like all over again. People lying, the feds lying to seal and steal a conviction because y'all upset that y'all couldn't get that man a life sentence. They wanted to say the drugs in your house, the guns in your house, you're a convicted felon, you did all of this other shit, you deserve to go to jail.
Man, this a dirty game out here, bro. It's a dirty game out here, bro. Cause everybody lying and trying to get away with some shit that sound believable. And it's fucked up for the black man. Cause everybody, majority of the motherfuckers lying on is niggas. We the majority is getting lied on all the time, bro. Like, why? Even by other niggas. You gotta worry about your bitch lying on you. You gotta worry about the bitch, other kids lying on you. If she got other kids, you gotta worry about the police trying to plant drugs on you, lying on you. You gotta worry about co-workers and fuck-ass haters and bitches that just don't like you, just watching you, lying on you. You gotta worry about neighbors. If you're in a fucked up neighborhood with some HOA, all type of shit, you gotta worry about dumb bitches lying on you. You got kids in school, you gotta worry about motherfuckers lying on your kids. You gotta worry about, bro, as a nigga, bro, we don't get enough credit for how patient we actually are within the society of bullshit that we have to deal with. Niggas don't get enough credit, bro. Even when niggas see bullshit on social media and shit that would outrage us, if the shit was to happen to us in person, just like those other individuals, we would have the same amount of patience, even though in certain situations of those nature, we feel like we'll slap the shit out of a bitch real quick for trying that bullshit or anybody. But it's in our nature to show patience and give grace to other individuals, because you never know what somebody's going through, right? But if a bitch lying on you and threatening your livelihood and your freedom, that's what make you have more patience. Like, okay, like, bitch, you lying on me already. So let me not do nothing to you. Let me definitely not do nothing to you and record this whole altercation. Cause bitch, you already lying. Some niggas be like, some niggas take the opposite approach though. If you lying on them, like, bitch, you wanna lie on me, bitch? Oh, you wanna lie on me? I ain't never did shit to you, bitch. But I can show you how it feels for it to be done to you. I ain't did shit to you yet. There's niggas out here like Ike Turner, man. There's niggas out here that will goddamn, oh, what? There's niggas out here that will not hesitate to slap a bitch in any instance. Shit is dirty, bro. It's a dirty game. You know how many niggas died in prison after being lied on by the police? It's niggas. I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you, bro. It's over 100 million. 100 million is a large number. 100 million is a very large number. So I'm gonna say 10 million. It's about over 10 million probably. Niggas behind bars that got lied on by the crackers. They had shit to do with nothing. Got shit planted on them, all type of shit from now till, from the 60s till now. Over 10 million niggas. From the 60s till now, bro. Cause you know they'll plant shit on niggas like a motherfucker in the motherfucking 70s and 80s. They was planting shit everywhere on niggas, especially in the South. They was planting shit on niggas left and right. Left and right, bro. Over 10 million niggas in America. I guarantee it. Over 1 million niggas that died behind bars. They ain't had shit to do with nothing. They just got lied on. The police killed niggas and then put bodies on niggas, like the Life movie. You feel me? How that police killed that nigga. And then 2 niggas went to jail for it. They gave them motherfuckers life immediately. Like open and shut type shit. The nigga got old as a bitch. Almost got ready to get out. And the dude that was gonna let them out had them killed the white man for him and everything. Nigga died before he could even sign the papers and let them out. Freedom. That shit crazy. You know how many niggas died, bro? Behind fuck shit like that. Died in jail. Niggas lost their whole families. They separated niggas from their families yet again, just like slavery. By lying on niggas and locking them up. Shit they ain't have shit to do with. That shit is depressing, bro. Think about your ancestor, nigga, your forefather, nigga, your great uncle or something, nigga. You ain't never learned about. Nigga, your grandma and your granddaddy got brothers and siblings you ain't never learned about. They got uncles and shit you ain't never learned about. That this nigga went to war with them crackers and shit and had to get shipped away in a little box. Some of these niggas that went to war with these crackers got locked away and hid in the motherfucking system, never seen them bitches again. Or went to war with these motherfuckers and got killed and immaterial and shit. Got lied on by a bitch. That shit wild, bro. That shit crazy as fuck. And they just get away with it over and over and over, time and time again. Not all of them, not all the time, but majority of the time. Majority of the time. Dirty ass motherfuckers get away with that shit.
Jail and in all candor, no the hell you actually didn't. The feds did not nail Pee Wee Longway on shit. They just got him in a ledger. And used his relationship with a big time drug dealer and 2 snitches. So free
Pee Wee.
And we ain't doing no arguing right now. We do that later. We don't play shit right now. We do all that later on. But what y'all can go do is go buy some of that Brandy's Little Brother. Go buy some of that Brandy's Little Brother available right now at TAC Club by Sauce Walker. Brandy's Little Brother is available right now. And this shit is stoing. Oh, this is it. Oh, yeah, man, we turn boys into a peck and the sack. We ain't got time to be doing all that bumping and arguing, man. We taking them straight to the bank. We turning you to a peck and a sack, just like that.
Rappers are literally sleeping on the fact that you can take voice memo bars like this. Woke up this morning, said, let's go get it, no more comparison. Gave all my shame up to God, you can't embarrass this. And plug it into Suno and get this.
Woke up this morning, said, let's go get it, no more comparison. Gave all my shame up to God, you can't embarrass this. Good luck, hey, or should I say?
Rappers are literally sleeping on the fact that you can take voice memo bars like this. Woke up this morning, said, let's go get it, no more comparison. Gave all my shame up to God, you
So, you know what I'm saying? The devil be working. Now, as y'all know, I got baptized, not this Sunday, but the Sunday before that.
I'm 11 days sober. I'm 10 days in the gym. Dieting. Mind, body, soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a different path, gang. Of seeing so much that the nigga done saw in Chicago, just seeing life, period, man. All the trauma, everything a man been through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm far from perfect. I done did everything under the sun, from everything. I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all, man. I was out here crashing out, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying crashing out as far as going to prison, but beating my body down, around here sedated, around here loaded. I lost myself. I lost myself as a man, running from things mentally, not running because y'all take it wrong like I'm running or hiding, but I've been through so much of my life as growing up as a child, from my mother giving me to my grandma, from house to house. I never stayed in one school a whole year until 8th grade, bro. My lifestyle, my life wasn't so hard, but it was still hard of trying to fit in and try to be something that I never was, or keep up with the Jones. And that's what a lot of us do. You know what I'm saying? Do a lot of shit to be.
Rogan just created a lot of problems for black folks. White supremacists are grabbing and holding on to this Joe Rogan clip, and they are running wild with it.
Like, this is crazy. People have.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record, just hit rec to capture high-quality audio and video, all from the comfort of, well, anywhere. Even if the only camera you have is on your phone. With Riverside, you'll still look like a pro. The equipment doesn't matter. You'll get a professional-looking podcast using anything you already have at home. When it comes to editing, it's truly idiot-proof. Even with zero experience, you can create content like an experienced editor using Riverside's AI tools and intuitive editing features. Get transcriptions automatically and use them to edit just like a doc. Or use the chapter timeline, which makes it easier to skim and scan. Ready to share?
People have.
Joe Rogan just created a lot of problems for black folks. White supremacists are grabbing and holding on to this Joe Rogan clip, and they are running wild with it.
Like, this is crazy. People have long said that rap music, even though, listen, you love hip hop. I know you just got back from Kanye West. I'm a huge hip hop fan.
We got to talk about that at some point.
We definitely do. I love hip hop. But there's some people that believe that gangsta rap in particular, when it came about in the 1980s, was a part of the push to popularize it and produce it, was a part of the government, some faction of the government, some intelligence agencies wanting to create more crime, wanting to fill more private prisons, wanting to erode the fabric of society so they could push for more.
Ice Cube told you that. Same people that own the prisons, own the record labels.
Laws to keep you safer. This is like one of the most tinfoil hat conspiracies.
And who would know better than Ice Cube, the nigga that came up under that bullshit and went through it with them same people?
But people are pointing out that right now it's like one of the rare times where no rap music is on the charts.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, how does this coincide with USAID? Was USAID like actively promoting rap music? Was that one of the reasons why rap music was so popular? Mm-hmm. Is that real? That can't be real.
Maybe back in the day. It seems like that would be more manipulative. I don't see how.
I believed that until I heard mumble rap. I'm like, this is not real. This is trying to make people stupid.
Yeah.
There's something about this, you know.
Right.
So, and obviously some artists are better at it than others. Some of them are fun the way they do it. But I'm saying there's a giant chunk of them that are inaudible. You don't know what they're like. Who's into this?
Bad faith white supremacists are grabbing this clip, deliberately misinterpreting it, and then disseminating misinformation to discredit all black music. From an untrained eye, what Joe Rogan just said sounded very similar to what Professor Griff been teaching us, been telling us about the psychological covert war on hip hop. But with a trained ear, you would understand that they said two very different things. All Joe Rogan was doing was repeating the information that Mike Benz gave him. But because Joe Rogan is not equipped with the information that Mike Benz is equipped with, Joe Rogan didn't do a perfect job at repeating it exactly how Mike Benz told him. Joe Rogan does a very poor job at regurgitating the information that he received, which is why all these problems were created for black folks today. Right. See, Mike Benz told Joe Rogan that USAID utilized taxpayer funds and millions of dollars and utilized rap music to overthrow regimes and authorities that they didn't like. For example, in Bangladesh, they took millions of dollars and ran a psychological campaign using rap music in Bangladesh, where the citizens of Bangladesh and the youth, they were very timid, they were quiet, they were submissive. But with the instillment of rap music, popularizing rap music within the region, like using ads, using radio, and making rap music a very popular genre, a specific type of rap music, though, like the conscious anti-authority rap music, the citizens of Bangladesh that was usually timid, now the youth were anti-authority, they were rowdy, they went up against the government, they was pushing for their rights, and rap music essentially was utilized by USAID to overthrow the regime in Bangladesh that the United States didn't like. That's how powerful rap music is, specifically anti-authority conscious rap.
You know, those documents that the Gray Zone published have two rap songs in Bangladesh that have lines like they were designed to inspire anti-government sentiment and to promote street protests and political reform. I mean, you know, literally writing rap albums to get people to take to the streets and pull off the exact riot that the State Department wants to destabilize the country. And music penetrates. I mean, this is, they got really attached to this during the Cold War and in the 1980s, because it's, and in fact, in those documents, they talk about how sponsoring individual artists is actually sometimes a lot more effective because they do art and activism. While they're putting on these festivals, they're promoting an agenda at the festivals. While they are putting these, you know, songs on radio distribution and supercharging, you know, their brand, those songs have themes and messages about taking down authoritarian governments, and the people got to rise up. And, you know, you have to represent the will of the people. You know, we have to, you know, end poverty, you know, and then they'll make the argument it's the government's fault that there's poverty. We have to end racial or gender inequality. And then the State Department or USAID will be working through its demographic segmentation with those exact groups. This is another reason we've been pumping up these feminist groups and these LGBT groups. If you want, for example, you can pull up the WikiLeaks CIA Red Cell memo that showed how the CIA pitched to the State Department.
That Joe Rogan clip and that clip by Mike Benz is putting up triple-double in white supremacist Twitter. They're using these clips to say, see, we told y'all. See, white music was thriving in the 60s, the 50s, and the 70s. And then rap music came along and surpassed it because of the government. Rap music is a psyop. Black music was a psyop. Black music couldn't surpass white music naturally. Nah, man, when you see these black folks go multi-platinum and diamond and achieve all this success, it's because the government promoted it and it suppressed white music. These folks.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made
is now saying that these clips prove that black artists and black music, they didn't earn their keep, they didn't earn their spot, and the government is why we popping, which is just a bad faith interpretation of this.
And if that's the case, why the fuck can Kanye West sell out stadiums to capacity nights in a row? Like, let's keep it real, man. Let's just be honest, bro. I don't even think it matters where or which stadium he chooses. If he wanted to sell that bitch out for 60 days straight, he could do that shit. A stadium, nigga. I'm talking about stadiums. I'm talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every day. 60 days straight. He could sell that bitch out 60 days straight in the same stadium with 60,000 people every time. That's the power of the message and the messenger, not only just the music. And this is an individual that's not, this is the college dropout. This is somebody came out, his father was a college dropout. His shit wasn't nothing like Chopper City. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, it was college dropout. The agenda of black music, of brainwashing niggas to fill up them prisons. That's what we talking about. Cause they changed it. They switched the shit around.
And we're gonna debunk this very easily. But here are these people explaining how black music and black artists did not earn their achievement, and it's the government that made them pop in and suppress white music.
Hey, did you know that the CIA funded the rap music explosion? And now that the USAID funds got cut, for the first time in 30 years, not a single rap song has made it to the top 40. Wow, 2 years in a row. Think about that for a second. And I want to take you back to the late 80s and early 90s when rock was everywhere. I think you remember glam rock, arena rock, all the great lyrics, everywhere you looked. Then almost overnight, it was gone, and rap exploded with like MTV Raps and all that, right? And everyone just said, well, you know, I guess that's the culture. That's what people want now. That's the market. We're going to make money. But here's what we didn't know back then. The CIA had been in the music business since the Cold War. We know they're in the movie business. It's declassified now, so we can actually look into it. You can look it up. Ben Swan reported on this, and I thought it was fascinating that someone finally picked up on it. So back in the Cold War, the CIA was paying to send Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, Dizzy Gillespie all around the world because they needed the world to see America as a tolerant place. Don't get me wrong, those are three of the greatest musicians who ever lived, in my opinion. I mean, their music was real, the talent was real, but the State Department, they were cutting the checks. Crazy. So when Mike Pence, the former State Department official, you probably know him, came out and said USAID was funding rap artists in 14 countries as recently as 2024 and training them how to get young people into the streets, you got to go back and ask yourself, if they're doing this in 24, what exactly were they doing in 1991 when rock fell off the face of the earth and rap exploded for the next 30 years? Because then in 2025, when Doge Cuts hit, and for the first time in 30 years, rap disappeared from the top 40. Obvious. 2 years in a row. The Billboard numbers confirm it. You can look it up.
In 2024, Not Like Us was #1 for damn near half the year. In 2025, Luther and other Kendrick Lamar records was #1 for damn near half the year. In 2026, Drake and Don Toliver had #1 records. Like, what are you talking about? So now these people are saying, you see, we told y'all these folks really wasn't that talented, man. These folks ain't surpassed us naturally, man. They got a boost from the government, man. That's why they popping. Cut it out, man. First off, if that music was so potent and so powerful, it overthrew a government in other countries. They used it as a weapon in other countries. What makes you think they would want to promote that music over here? No, what happened was hip-hop was already popping, right? Grandmaster Flash already dropped the message. That anti-authority conscious music was causing a rebellion in the streets. It was becoming popular music. It was resonating with disenfranchised people all across America, right? The music was skyrocketing without the government stepping in. All the government did was co-opted the movement. And Professor Griff explained it perfectly. They didn't make hip-hop hot. Once hip-hop got hot, they realized they needed to step in to further incentivize the artists that were already superstars and already hot. They wanted to incentivize them to make a different type of music because the music they were making was a direct threat to the authority. See, the interpretation here is the government is the only reason why rap got popular and got hot. No. The interpretation should be The government recognized that conscious rap and anti-authority music and rebellious music was skyrocketing, was becoming popular music. It was surpassing rock and roll. And they realized we need to do something about this pretty fast and in a hurry. And that something was saying, hey, man, if you want to get a record deal and you want to get signed, you gotta kind of have to start moving like NWA. We don't want no KRS One. Hey, bruh, if you want to be a female artist and you want to get a record deal, you got to start rapping about sucking D and being promiscuous. That's the message we want to push. We don't want no Lauryn Hills out here. That was what they did, not make it popular, just co-opted. Professor Griff explained it perfectly.
Page 236, they talked about how they would get together and make hip-hop. And they did that by using Quincy Jones and the Vibe magazine as hip-hop. So by the time NWA came out, and Dre came out with the Chronic, it successfully neutralized public enemy. So you heard no more consciousness. Sad but true. We went through a period, now let me read you the period that we went through. We went from the oral tradition of hip-hop, and then entered into the conscious era of hip-hop. After the conscious era of hip-hop, we went into the gangster rap era. From the gangster rap era, they started thugging, balling out of control, and this is where you get all about the Benjamins, cats making it rain in the club, and this kind of thing. Shortly after that, the pimping element of hip-hop was introduced. And at this particular time, they were marrying hip-hop on to strip clubs and that kind of madness with Luke and these kind of songs coming from the bottom. They was marrying hip-hop on to the criminal element. They was marrying hip-hop on to pimping and gangsterism and balling out of control. They constantly was marrying hip-hop on to these things because hip-hop was the voice of the voiceless. So now we entered into a phase of the metrosexual. I'm gonna say that again slow. The metrosexual was put in place as a buffer between the radical brothers and sisters that were taking their product to the record companies. You had to go through them, and their job was to just strictly turn it down and become the buffer. So when you came with your positive material, they said, no, we're not signing anything like that. But if you did something like NWA, and NWA became the template for all the other rap groups that come out at that particular time. So now as I'm reading the book, I'm thinking about sharecropping back in our history, and how we could run a parallel between sharecropping and what's going on at the record label, which is not the plantation video damn thing. So,
that's the real explanation. Rap music was already popping. Rap music was already going to do what it was going to do. The government really only had two options. Hey, man, make rap music become popular through conscious music naturally, anti-authority music naturally, have rap music go untouched and keep it in its purest form, and have them continue to educate the masses, or start to incentivize people to make a different type of music. And that's what they chose to do, not this nonsense. Somebody says there is no more rap in a hit list after USAID was cut. Rap was a psyop to tear down white culture. Why do y'all feel like the world revolves around y'all, man? I don't understand it. And I'm not talking about all white people, man. I'm talking about the white supremacists. Why do y'all feel like the world revolves around y'all, bro?
So I'm sitting here thinking, what does this actually mean going forward? Because if the funding is gone, the counter funding is gone too. And now we know that people with no talent, how they got famous. The machine that was deciding who gets pushed and who gets buried just lost its budget. So does that mean a kid with a guitar who actually knows how to play has a real shot now?
I'll be real. Y'all can't be this dumb, bro. You think that these record labels with billions of dollars who are ran by billionaires, you think they needed USAID? No, first of all, USAID is for internationally. USAID is to run these co-op psychological campaigns. These billionaires at UMG who owns billions of dollars in catalog, who got billions of dollars off of music, these people got a D budget. These people do their own promotion, their own marketing. These people are not ran by USAID dollars. So what do you mean the money has dried up? Are you dumb? Are you high? No, there's still record labels. There's still gatekeepers at these labels who decide what music is popular and which is not. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what do you guys think about this, all right? Now, I don't think Joe Rogan did this on purpose, but I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Do y'all feel like Joe Rogan deliberately misinterpreted, like?
Nah, man, Joe be motherfucking suited, man. He was along the right lines, though. So you can't fault him for that.
These are my cute and cuddlies.
Cute and cuddlies.
Yeah, they like to cuddle and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah.
I love cuddling.
Yeah, me too.
That's like my favorite.
Wait, you do?
Yeah.
Wait, you love to cuddle?
Love it.
You want to cuddle? I mean, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Actually, Emily is over. y'all ever like meet someone that makes you want to drop your drawers so fast? You're like I gotta contain myself. But that wasn't me. Like I'm just setting an example for y'all.
You sure?
Yeah. These are my cute and cuddlies.
Cute and cuddly.
Yeah.
Cat went off.
I ain't gonna lie, big bro.
What's up?
You probably could have got away with it when I was young, but right now I'll fuck you up. It don't matter if I'm drunk or not.
Listen, look at me. Look at me.
I love you.
Look at me. Let's go. Put that phone down. Let's go. Put the phone down. Come on. Get wrapped up. Get wrapped up.
I know this your
Put the
safe
towels on the
place.
floor.
This your safe place.
No, this
bro.
ain't about that. No, you need an old camera. Turn the camera off. I don't like these cameras anyway. This ain't my thing. This your generation. This ain't
Now
mine. But you need your ass because you need some sense knocked back into you.
And then now when I hit you, it's just like, all right, okay.
When you hit me, what?
That is twin.
You're not gonna hit me with that shit. Hey, listen. Hey. When you was fighting, you had a real good shot. You would have hit.
He goes down in history as the biggest crash out ever.
Who's Shiesty?
Yeah.
So when did the Gilbert Arenas and your son beef start?
Fuck off the couch.
Because I feel like this is one of the most classic beefs we ever seen.
Yeah, it happened like after I broke up with old girl.
It's we let. What did you do, man? I'm just making room for your IG.
I was chilling like out of nowhere, and Gil would like always come over and like try to cheer me up for some reason. He like, man, cheer up, man. What's wrong with you, man? Don't let nobody get you down. The next thing you know, you must have climbed my fence.
Yeah, man, Swaggy P's house. I'm over here jumping the gate because the nigga won't give me the gate code.
I hear it banging at the door. Boom, boom, boom. I'm with my son, and he watching cartoons, and he come in the door, and you know, he just start messing with Nick.
Do you like me? No. Then I don't like you either. What the f*** you doing?
And then my son made his first shot the other day. Gil posted something like, "He ain't making it. You ain't gonna make it to the league."
That's fucked up, man.
So when did the Gilbert Arenas and your son?
This is how a local pizza shop makes the perfect dough every day using air
I've been
tape.
beefing
There are
with
so many
Gil,
variables
too,
that go
and
into
he
making
beefing with
perfect
my
dough,
son
like the
by
mix of
himself,
flour.
nigga.
If a mass
Crazy,
shooting
man.
happened, you won't react like the old Nick Irvin.
Oh, they had to beat Jit up, man. Jit was gonna get beat up. I ain't gonna cap to you. It would have jumped Jit. Yeah, my son would have had to jump. Gil on that fuck shit. I don't know what this about. What? Let's see.
Are you looking to create authentic pay stubs for proof of income? The Pay
No.
Stubs lets you create high
No,
quality,
I'm not.
low cost.
Ring the alarm.
They doing some
We need a
fraud
caution
shit.
vest.
They got a
We need
commercial
ice
doing
packs.
some fraud
We need
shit.
bandages to the
What that
area.
commercial got going on
Back
talking
it up.
about
They say
Facebook?
the only thing they heard was beep bop, boom bop, boing, 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 beep bop, boom bop, beep bop, boing, 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 boing. Robbie, Puerto Rico. We waiting on your motherfucking answer. Sauce Walker for president. Sauce Walker for president. Ring the alarm. Let's get it.
Put hands on somebody.
Nah, blood walk up on me. I shake nigga hand being friendly. I'm some nice shit because he walked up to me taking my hand. But then he said some slick shit. When I was a check, I went all through field for looking for this nigga.
All right, y'all know who it is. Your boy Chilla to Legit. I got to bring y'all an episode. I'm currently on the road in Mexico, bringing back a bunch of narcotics. That's cap. I'm driving trucks, legal to legit. Look at these dirty hands. I'm a working motherfucking man. Before we jump into this, I gotta let y'all know that this episode is brought to you by Better Picks, and it's also brought to you by Free Cash. Ring it.
Fucking around. He done got
Hey,
himself
Trill, how do you get
investigated.
that money? How you be doing this? Well, I'm gonna give y'all some free sauce. All you gotta do is scan the QR code or hit the link in the description. Fast cash. Who doesn't want to make money every single day? You can cash out every day. There's no games, no scams, nothing to be played. Hit the link or scan the QR code. You get daily cash. You can pay yourself. No more 9-to-5 jobs. No more on the block. All you got to do is hit the link or download the QR code. Point blank, period. Ooh, we West. All right, check. The other day, I can't confirm the date, neither here nor there. And before we even get into this, I want y'all to know I'm not on either side. We all know everybody and their mama gonna say, "Oh, Trilla, you be on sauce." Hey, man, the facts are the facts. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I've been up 24. Actually, I've been up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've been up 29 hours putting in overtime. I make 5 figures a month on YouTube. I make the equivalent on through better picks. I'm going to show y'all how to hustle real soon. I'm going to show everybody how to make this money on social media. You don't just have to do podcasts. You can do anything from music to faceless. I'm going to give the game up soon. Stay tuned. The other day, a rapper out of Houston named YB Puerto Rico ran into Sauce Walker at a club. Okay, this is why I keep trying to tell y'all to not go outside. Stay inside. It's not safe. Everybody get a caution vest. YB Puerto Rico became famous because he dropped a song called We Don't Sauce on the North. For whatever reason, I don't understand or know that Fifth Ward JP was part of TSF. Rizzo was also from the North Side, and it's a few others, but that's the two main ones I can think of off top. I don't know why YB Puerto Rico would make a song called We Don't Sauce on the North. Okay, so I don't understand. This is what I'm not. Y'all know I've been gone, so whoever can fill in the blanks, please fill in the blanks, because I've been in prison, so I don't know why it took Sauce Walker and YB Puerto Rico 8 years, 7 years, or however long it was to meet up in public when they claim to both be outside. I don't get it. The Sauce Factory's open for recreation. Sauce Walker's always in gloves. YB Puerto Rico, I just spoke to him.
Say, Triller, you know I ain't on internet, but I'm finna go and get y'all the rundown. Him a line.
I'm gonna tell his side soon. I didn't quite get his side of the story, but what I'm saying is I'm gonna tell him what he told me to tell the world. Now, Sauce Walker for president. Sauce Walker has been on one. First off, he called Honeycomb Crazy. He called him on his pull up. It's whatever, pull up. Honeycomb pulled up over there. Next thing you know, he's calling himself Splat Brazy. He sunned him. Rang the alarm. Then walk. See, y'all don't know this. There's a hustler in town by the name of Tedrick the GOAT. I really shouldn't speak on this, but Tedrick don't f with me, so I gotta let it be known. I got the video of Tedrick and Sauce Walker getting into it at the famous club, Area 29, the Federal Rat Trap. I don't know what the fight was over. It was over some money, I believe, in Las Vegas, and Sauce Walker caught him. A bing, bang, boom, bang, bing, bang, bang, bang. All you heard was a boom, bang, bing, bang, like they did in the cartoons. Sauce Walker won that fight. Tedrick never brought him outside. Nothing ever happened. Sauce Walker up one. Ended Go Yayo's career. Go Yayo was at girl fights like a sassy bitch, like he's been. That Sauce Walker up too. Sauce Walker's on the Ray J. First off, we ain't even gonna bring money into this because he's got the biggest sponsorship in the city of any rapper has ever had or ever done. We're not even gonna talk about the TAC clubs. We ain't gonna. Sauce Walker gets into it with Ray J and checks him in front of the whole nation. Now the whole world got their eyes on the kid that did from Houston. Regular old guy from Houston. This is why I keep trying to say this is why it's special. We got OTB Fast, we got Lil German, we got Slimped Up. Them niggas ain't in the headlines. Don't nobody give about no raps no more. Walk is all in the headlines. Listen, when I was in federal prison, they bring up Scarface, they bring up Slim Thug, and then they all say Sauce Walker. He's the face of Houston. Y'all have to give it to him. Y'all can't take that back. He's got his own man. I ain't all right, so the other day, YB Puerto Rico runs into him at the strip club or whatever club they was at. And maybe it's a Kai, something like that. And YB Puerto Rico, allegedly Sauce Walker, I talked to Sauce Walker say that his energy was off. So whatever happened, it was, see, the message was that TSF jumped him. No, it's not true. Sauce Walker catch him. I guess he go to shake his hand and catch him. A boom, bang, a bing, a bing, a bing, a boom, 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 bang, 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 bang. And they say YB Puerto Rico went to sleep. Word, I heard from another rapper. I'm not going to mention his name because he's not this type of guy.
This
Fifth Ward is
funny.
mad. Before we...
This nigga funny, man. Triller too legit. That nigga funny. I was trying to look for the shit. What Sauce was talking about it. So he even got that shit on there.
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums. I'm gonna hit.
Ring the alarm. This is a special episode. We need a caution vest. We need ice packs. We need bandages to the area. Beep, beep. Back it up. They say the only thing they heard was beep bop, boom bop, beep bop, boom bop, beep bop, YB Puerto Rico. We waiting on your motherfucking answer. Sauce Walker for president. Sauce Walker for president. Ring the alarm. Let's get it.
The feds are 100 preparing to charge Lil Durk with more murders. They just made a couple of chess moves right in front of our eyes that a lot of us missed, but Lil Durk and them didn't miss it, and they caught it, and they're moving rapidly to make sure the feds don't pull a fast one on them. But I'll be real, I don't think there's anything Lil Durk can do right now, bro. Lil Durk is absolutely 100% cooked. On top of the murder charges, Lil Durk is already fighting for the murder of Quando Rondo's cousin. Lil Durk's name has been linked to the murder of a Chicago man called Stephen Mack for a while now. But this week is the first time we're actually seeing a law enforcement agency making active moves to charge Lil Durk with this murder. They brought up the murder of Stephen Mack when Lil Durk was first indicted, but Lil Durk has a great relationship with the city of Chicago, more specifically the mayor. So Lil Durk his lawyers reached out to the city, and the city was able to issue a statement saying they have no intentions, no plans on charging Lil Durk with this murder. So the fans said, oh, really? Well, we believe the murder of Stephen Mack was committed in aid of racketeering, so that's federal. So we're going to start doing our own investigation here. And what we're seeing is they're strategically setting up certain pieces to make sure Lil Durk, before trial starts, gets charged with this murder. But before we get there, let's talk about the Stephen Mack murder, how he was murdered, and why the feds is linking Lil Durk to this murder. Two individuals was waiting outside of a youth peace center, and as Stephen Mack exited the youth peace center, they hunted him down and shot and killed him. They literally hunted this man down, chased him the length of a football field in the snow. Now, obviously, I'm not going to play this man gruesome murder, because despite his life decisions, this is still somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's father. But this was as gruesome as it gets. And when one person is chasing Stephen Mack like in the snow down the field, another shooter is shooting at the youth peace center because people are poking their head out the door. Before we even touch on the exact moves the feds have made this week to make sure they're charging Lil Durk with this murder, if you're still confused as to why Lil Durk is even being connected to this, how does two random dudes on camera killing this random dude, how does this tie back to Lil Durk? How do they know it ties back to Lil Durk? Well, let's slow it down for a second and let me bring in Old Flacco so Old Flacco can explain to you exactly why the feds are tying this to Lil Durk. The guy on your left is Anthony Montgomery. The guy on your right is Preston Powell. These two dudes were responsible for the death of the Smashville GD leader, Stephen Mack. What the feds will claim is after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing was murdered, Lil Durk became bloodthirsty. He put a bag on any and every GD in Chicago's head. He wanted them gone. According to an informant, at the time that Stephen Mack passed away, he was the respected leader of the Smashville GDs. So this was the perfect candidate to send a message to the city after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing got killed. This right here is the suspected killer of Lil Durk's brother D-Thing. Now you're probably asking yourself, Flacco, why don't Durk just get him? He's currently in jail for a double homicide, bro. All right, so even if Durk wanted to, he can't. Feds will claim that Lil Durk got Stephen Mack hit, not only because Stephen Mack was a GD, but Stephen Mack was also really close with the alleged killer. So CHS-1 has reported that Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any GD that is killed. CHS-1 has also indicated that D-Thing was killed by members of Dump Street. According to CHS-1, Dump Street is a GD faction on the south side of Chicago. According to CHS-1, Dump Street member Individual A was a close associate of Mack. According to law enforcement records, Individual A is currently in pre-trial custody for allegedly committing a double murder that took place at a Country Club Hills, Illinois. And yeah, that's the dude that we just showed you. Lil Durk hasn't been charged with the Stephen Mack murder, obviously, because they don't have enough to charge him. But what exactly do they have, and what's keeping them motivated to further this investigation to try to tie Lil Durk to this? So after Montgomery and Powell murdered Stephen Mack, Powell was not really connected to Durk. Montgomery was the one that had the OTF and Durk connection. So Powell trying to get paid, he trying to get his money. So Powell's texting Montgomery, bro, what's up with OTF? And Montgomery responded back, nothing, right? Because why are you texting me this, bro? All right, so then Powell said, what you mean, they not paying? Montgomery texted back, we waiting. He come up here on the 17th. Durk had a show on the 17th, and he also filmed a music video on the 17th. The 17th came. Powell texted, stand on that. Why you with Durk and them? So he's saying, bro, if we ain't get paid, why you with Durk and them? All right. So then he texted him again. Did Durk gave you that money? Montgomery is a slimy dude, and he did Powell dirty, and we're going to break that down shortly. But texting about compensation for open murder ain't the dumbest thing these two dudes did, bro. Yo, I'm not sure if Lil Durk employed these dudes directly or if the bag was just up there and they went ahead and got it done themselves. But these two dudes are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen. Maybe not Powell. Montgomery is the dumbest. So Montgomery and Powell waited in the parking lot in their black Chrysler, waited for Stephen Mack to walk past him to go to his vehicle. Once his back is turned, they hopped out and killed him. So after they killed him, they have a vehicle parked, by the way, right? They hopped out the vehicle to do it. The vehicle is parked. These two dudes left the vehicle parked, panicked, and ran off after committing a murder. Not drive off, ran off on foot. Once they got a few blocks down the way, right? They got away. Montgomery realized he left his phone in the vehicle that they hopped out of to commit the murder. The vehicle that's on surveillance of y'all hopping out and committing a murder, and you left your phone in the vehicle, and it gets dumber. Okay, so he thought.
Fucking idiot.
Montgomery thought that he was doing some type of 4D chess move because 45 minutes after the murder, he called AT&T to report his phone stolen. Yeah, yeah, okay, buddy. All right. His phone was in the vehicle because it was man. Cut it out, bruh. You would think this was a Lil Durk indictment because they brought a gang expert to testify that Lil Durk was confessing to the murder of Stephen Mack in the Aha song. Yo, bro, this Aha song got Lil Durk in a lot of trouble, bruh, because this Aha song was also mentioned in Quando Rondo's indictment.
Yeah.
So it would say on or about February 22nd, 2022, Lil Durk released a song titled Aha after Stephen Mack was murdered. Now, the gang expert says that they believe the lyrics to this song can reasonably be interpreted to be references to Lil Durk having people killed. For example, in one portion of Aha, Lil Durk rapped, "We be sliding through they blocks, they don't know we have. Buddy, I got shot, and we ain't claim it, but I can show his eye." Now, based on a gang expert's training, he would say, based on my training and experience and knowledge of this investigation, I believe that these lyrics can reasonably be interpreted to be a reference to Mack's murder. After Mack was murdered, an unknown individual recorded YPCs, which was the youth center, surveillance video of the murder or what appears to have been a separate video recording device, possibly a cell phone, and they distributed the video to a lot of people, including Durk. Here's the filming of the music video. And you know who was in that music video? You know who Lil Durk put in the music video front row? He put Anthony Montgomery, the alleged killer of Stephen Mack. And you see Lil Durk circled in the middle and Montgomery is circled on your left. So you got lyrics that are expected or suspected to be about Stephen Mack, and then you have Stephen Mack killer in the video. Durk, this is self-snitching at levels I ain't never seen before, bro. You gotta relax. But the self-snitching don't stop here. No. You know they gotta make it easy for the feds, bro. Anthony Montgomery, the suspected killer of Stephen Mack, he posted to his Facebook story. He posted a huge amount of money. Now, he don't have a job, he don't have a business. So where did he get this huge amount of money from? Well, the feds have an idea, because when he posted a picture with a huge amount of money, he had a song playing and lyrics appearing on the screen. Now, when you make a Facebook story, you actually choose what part of the song you want to appear on your screen. Anthony Montgomery chose those specific lyrics. We be sliding through the block and they don't know we have. So the killer that was in the Aha video with Lil Durk,
crazy,
the lyric that the feds pointed out that they believe is related to Stephen Mack, the suspected killer went from being in the music video to going on social media, posting a picture of himself holding up a lot of cash with the Lil Durk Aha playing in the background and those specific lyrics appearing on the screen. Boy, y'all got to stop making it this easy for them folks, bro. Whole time, Preston Powwow is waiting to get paid. Anthony Montgomery got paid. And
y'all doing them folk child form, bro. Y'all doing them folk child form. That's crazy. Y'all doing them folk job.
But he stopped answering Preston Powwow calls, man. Anthony Montgomery.
For fuck's sake, cut!
This is the first true AI production platform. Total control over every single moment.
Start wherever your idea begins. Cast your character exactly as they exist in your head.
That shit gonna
was
cost your ass
arrested
the
for
arm
a
and the
state
leg.
case before he was arrested for this murder of Stephen Mack. Now, when he was arrested for the state case, the feds were already investigating him for the murder. So what happened was the feds put a confidential informant in his cell, and they got recordings of him confessing everything, labeling exactly how he murdered Stephen Mack, labeling who
he confessed.
He did it for, giving the him. So what happened was the feds put a confidential informant in his cell, and they got recordings of him confessing everything, labeling exactly how he murdered Stephen Mack, labeling who he did it for, giving the whole operation, how he picked up who.
You niggas just be in there just talking, just running your motherfucking mouth to motherfuckers that's trying to get up out of that bitch for some shit that they did. Ready to take your story today.
He was going to do it with. This man told it all, and the feds got everything on recording. While in state prison for this gun case, they were already investigating Montgomery for the murder of Stephen Mack. So they put a confidential informant in the same cell as him, and he was wired up. He had a recording device. He was recording all the.
He had no wire. So it's not even hearsay. They have it recorded from his vocal cords. Oh Lord, he ain't even know. They put a nigga in a cell with a wire on his ass. This is my first time hearing about this shit. Hearing about this type of shit happen. Hearing about that. This is my first time hearing about some shit like that, bro. They sent a nigga in the cell with the wire. You know why it's ain't. But bro, in the cell with the wire, and you just in there constantly talking to the nigga like about everything. I know he was fishing too. So you ain't get suspicious on the questions the nigga was asking. I know it was a question. He was in there interrogating his ass. I know the nigga was in there detective ass questions, but the nigga in the say he like, man, nigga, man, he ain't thinking nothing about it. This nigga got a wire. He finna get his time cut down with this shit. He in there investigating. He making sure he get all the details out your ass. So, oh, for real, he did that. Yeah, he gave y'all money. He gave you money.
All the conversations they was having with Montgomery, and Montgomery confessed everything they needed to know. Everything. The paperwork says, while in state custody, Montgomery Wilson discussed Stephen Mack's murder with his cellmate, who, unbeknownst to him, had agreed to assist the government by recording their conversation. As discussed below, during his recorded conversation with the confidential source, Montgomery Wilson detailed how him and Powwow murdered Stephen Mack to collect the cash bounty from a Chicago-based rapper, Individual A, which is Lil Durk. So he goes, I told on Mike, we pulled up, nigga, his homie calling his phone, his homie and blank, we pull up to the lot. They tell us, man, there's an armed security. I'm like, cool, on Mike. So they say on Mike, which is like, you know, like they merchant it, right? So it's like on God. So on God, I tell Marley Ninja, you ain't got to do nothing. Keep a security guard off us. On my dead knees, you ain't got to do ish. I got. So he's telling the story like, yo, he's just a super killer, brother. He's telling dude, man, bro, I'm gonna do this all by myself, bro. I got it. Right. So he gave the dude, order, which is, yo, keep the security guard off us. So we pulled up on Mike. We waited there like 20 minutes. I'm on FaceTime video with Lil Fred and they, man, keep us on FaceTime. I want to hear the shots. I want to hear this ish. So whole time. So, yo, these dudes is treating a real body as if it's like a television series. Hey, yo, I want to hear the murder, bro. Bro, what type of killers are y'all? I want to hear this ish. Guard office. I'm gonna do this all, bro. You ain't gotta do ish. I do nothing. Keep a security guard off us. I'm like, cool, on Mike. So they say on Mike, which is like, you know, like they merchant it, right? So it's like on security. His phone, his homie and blank, we pull up to the lot. They tell us, man, there's an armed security. I'm like, cool, on Mike. So they say on Mike, which is like, you know, like they merchant it, right? So it's like on God. So on God, I tell Marley Ninja, you ain't gotta do nothing. Keep a security guard off us. On my dead knees. You ain't got to do ish. I got. So he's telling the story like, yo, he's just a super killer, brother. He's telling dude, man, bro, I'm gonna do this all by myself, bro. I got it. Right. So he gave the dude, order, which is, yo, keep the security guard off us. So we pulled up on Mike. We waited there like 20 minutes. I'm on FaceTime video with Lil Fred and they, man, keep us on FaceTime. I want to hear the shots. I want to hear this ish. So whole time. So, yo, these dudes is treating a real body as if it's like a television series. Hey, yo, I want to hear the murder, bro. Bro, what type of killers are y'all? I want to hear this ish. Ninja ain't even supposed to have made it that far, Ninja. Only reason he made it that far, folks, I had that big ass gun. Bro, he talking about, bro, I'm usually a precise killer, bro. I usually, bro, get them down immediately, bro. He was only able to run and make that far because the gun was too heavy, bro. I had to run and chase it, bro. I'm usually too sharp when I, bro, you're going to die under that prison, bro. You're not getting out of this. I had that big gun and I couldn't. I really don't want to be trying to shoot from no distance. I'm trying to really get on top of you, which he did. He got up close after Stephen Mack fell, got on top of him, and finished it off. So he explained that he had the 60 round in that bit, right? He let 3 shots out. When he first came out, Marley said to me, wait until he gets to his car. You're out tweaking. By the time he gets to his car, there's enough time to get a pipe. Scratch off anything. Well, that's what the CS says, yo, scratch off anything. So Montgomery says he wasn't going to let him get to his car, that as soon as he walked out, he says, man, as soon as he makes it halfway out in between our car and his car, bust door down, he already was on the car when he first came out. So he was on the car, meaning, but he already peeked the car and he was walking fast as hell trying to get to his car to grab pipe, just in case. So that's when Montgomery says, yo, he was on our car when he first came out the door. He looked, we behind 10. That's how the feds know that Lil Durk was involved in this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Durk put the bag up. They came collecting, dude closer to Lil Durk, got the money, didn't give nothing to the other dude. Other dude goes on a run for 2 years. This dude get picked up, Anthony Montgomery, for another case. He told the CS everything they needed to know about his involvement in the Stephen Mack murder. Now, President Powwow was eventually caught after 2 years on the run. They're both currently in custody, but they both took a plea deal as of today. And this plea deal came, I think, a couple of days ago. But them pleading guilty was not good enough. They had to agree to certain stipulations. And the stipulations they agreed to, it was very strategic by the feds. They made them agree to this because these stipulations will make them charging Lil Durk with this murder a whole lot easier. And both Montgomery and Preston Powell.
A lot of these print-on-demand companies were just providing black shirts, black hoodies, white shirts, just generic clothing that I didn't want from my clothing.
Are both cooperating with the government. The federal government has officially alerted Lil Durk and his defense counsel that they plan on using the murder of Stephen Mack against Lil Durk. So they said right here, the government informed defense counsel that it was considering filing a superseding indictment before trial that will make the Chicago murder of Stephen Mack and the attempted murder of AW, which is the case he called with King Von in Atlanta, which, by the way, those charges was dropped against Lil Durk because they say King Von did it. And King Von and THF Zoo, who both apparently were involved in that attempted murder incident, they're both dead. And they were the people that Atlanta PD is saying those were the two that committed those acts, and Lil Durk had nothing to do with it. So they go, yo, we plan on bringing up the SM and the attempted murder in Georgia as relevant and direct evidence at trial. That you are this mob boss, you are the head of this criminal enterprise, and you are the one responsible for the murder of Stephen Mack. And so they asked, okay, what relevant, like how are you guys gonna prove this? Like, how are you guys gonna bring this up? Like what new evidence do you guys have? Well, Preston Powell and Anthony Montgomery, they recently pled guilty in another district of Illinois to use of a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence, murder for hire, for murdering SN, among other things. Defendant Powell admitted there was a cash bounty for Stephen Mack murder and that he participated in a conspiracy with Anthony Montgomery Wilson to murder Stephen Mack and collect the payment. Now, Preston Powell was the person texting like Anthony Montgomery, hey, bruh, did Durk and them send you that money yet? Hey, yo, what's up with OTF, bro? OTF send you the money yet for Stephen Mack's murder, bro? Hey, bro, I need the money from OTF. He's now saying, yeah, I plead guilty. Yep, I killed Stephen Mack because OTF had a bounty out for Stephen Mack's murder. So now Preston Powell is cooperating with the police, with the feds. So now the feds got the murderer. He's claiming, oh, yeah, Lil Durk and them put the bag up for Stephen Mack. And this is going to be the direct cause to the superseded indictment where they eventually charge Lil Durk for Stephen Mack's murder. Durk is cooked, you're fried, bruh. Now listen, okay? If Durk is innocent, I pray he beat him, man. If he guilty, well, you know the answer to that, bruh. Cook him. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of this, man? Do y'all think that Lil Durk is guilty? Do y'all think Lil
It don't even matter if he guilty or not. Them niggas, one of them niggas telling. One of them niggas done already told. He might have to plea out, bro. He might not be able to fight that one, bro. He might not want to fight that one.
Party time!
Chemo 84 calls one of his ops on no jumper.
I'm saying though, hey Elo Blood, I was just telling like this interviewer like on some real shit. I said, so look, I ain't this shit like that. I told him like, me and you got mutual respect for each other, like right or wrong. We both ain't no bitches though, right or wrong.
You know that.
Oh, for no, look, then this one of my real, like right or wrong though.
You know that, brother.
That's all I love on my.
Chemo 84 calls one of his ops on no.
We would have a black eye, a bad name sometimes, where people be like, "Oh, it's 100 of them niggas. They ain't have to do that to them 2 or 3 dudes they beat up." But you don't know how disrespectful those 2 or 3 dudes were. You know, I walk in the club, I bump into your ass. Oh, my bag. You know, I know it's your bag, nigga. Nah, it's 100 niggas. You don't know who I'm with. You know it's 100 niggas. Now that just got you knocked out in front of everybody. Now, when somebody see us knock you out, they like, man, they ain't have to do that to them. No, you missed the disrespectful part. You see what I'm saying? Like you think I come in here with $3 million worth of jury on and to fight?
How does one get paid?
He had $1 million.
All right, man. I don't know, man. I kind of let some of this shit bring me down, bro. Till next time.